Hey guys, Steven here at JC Lewis. Just got back from Dallas and we got to see the all-new Maverick there. There's been a lot of questions about it. A lot of customers have come in and asked many questions about it. So since I got a first-hand experience with it, I'm just going to go through some Maverick information and tell you what I know, because now that I've experienced the vehicle, I can speak accurately about it. So first off, just amazing impressions. When you see the vehicle, it really has a sleek design. It's not so much of like your traditional Ranger or F-150, but it's not a compact SUV or crossover. It is a truck, but it sits and drives like a car. Of course, as you all probably know, once we get it to Statesboro, we're going to figure out a way to lift it and put bigger tires. That's another video to come. Just to tell you, I'm 6'2". The first question I get from everybody is how are we going to fit in it? What's the interior going to look like? So the first thing I did was I went and sat in the vehicle in the convention center where it was at, and man, let me tell you, it was great. The best comparison I've been able to give people is it reminds me of an Explorer Sport Track. If you remember the early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, when they came out with the Explorer Sport Track, it was bigger than a Ranger. I've heard the comparison of the old school Ranger a lot with the Maverick, but I'm pretty sure it's bigger. And then in current models comparison, this is built on the same platform that Bronco Sport is. So most of our dealerships, if we can hold a Bronco Sport for more than an hour, you may be able to line up a window to come sit in one, because that's the cab feel you're gonna get. You know, first off, this is one of Ford's initiatives with the Maverick, is to reduce configuration complexity. And they're doing that across the board. We're all certainly excited for that because of the complication and how many packages and what goes with what and commodity restrictions. They really simplified it with Maverick. They really found out what everybody just wants. They want tech, they want convenience, they want comforts, but they may not necessarily want a Limited or a King Ranch to get adaptive cruise control or something like that in the tech field. So they did reduce the complexity. You've got 3 trim levels. You've got the XL, the XLT, and the Lariat. And as everybody's heard, this is their biggest claim to fame. The starting price is just south of 20 grand. You hadn't seen a $20,000 truck on the used car market in the last couple of years. I mean, this is big. So the one that comes at 20 grand, it's real. We've had people actually order it. It is actually a decent truck. It does have power. It does have power, locks and power windows, air conditioning. I know that some manufacturers in the past have done a starting model without even AC. So this one at least has the standard equipment. Just going through the different trim levels, XLT, you're going to get some more of your creature comforts, your alloy wheels, some more fit and finish to the interior. The XLT has got a 360 assist package, which is going to give you intelligent cruise control, so you don't even have to step up for the Lariat to get the CoPilot 360. Really cool technology in that. Please come out, let us go over all of that with you. I could sit here and bore you with all the stats, but you've got a ton of equipment packed in that CoPilot 360. For one, it's great to drive with, but 2, it keeps you safe. And that's really their focus on this. Every single one of them have the 6.5-inch LCD screen. So you do get the nice screen. They didn't change up a whole lot there. It's just really the software you're gonna get with the screen is gonna be the difference. And then the complexity on drivetrain. You've got 2 motors, that's it. You've got the gas hybrid, which is the 2.5 hybrid, and you've got the EcoBoost 2.0. Then you either have front-wheel drive or all-wheel drive. All-wheel drive is only available on the 2.5 EcoBoost. So on the 2.5 liter full hybrid engine, they have not finalized the EPA results on it. From what we were told in Dallas, you're going to have gas mileage at 40 is what they're projecting, either right above or right below. So to have a fully capable truck, at 40 miles per gallon, that's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for the commuter. It's going to be huge for the contractor, the service industry. You know, if you're driving these things around doing light repairs, you know, say you're a handyman company, you can throw a dishwasher in the back of it. Most of your fleet doesn't have to be an F-150 or F-250. You can use a Maverick for 90% of the things that your small business is doing, or as a commuter. The 2.0 EcoBoost, you can get the upgraded trailer tow package on that if you are somebody that's going to tow. The vehicle will tow straight out of the gate with the trailer tow added to the 2.5, 2,000 pounds. But if you do need to tow something a little heavier, with the 2.0 all-wheel drive system, you can add the max trailer tow package is going to take you to 4,000 pounds. The horsepower ratings have been released on the 2.0 EcoBoost, 250 horsepower in this unit. You know, to put that in perspective, your 90s model Mustangs barely had 250 horsepower, GTs. So it's got a ton of horsepower, 277 foot-pounds of torque. So very capable. The interior, though, I can't say enough about how we felt inside. We had a premium XLT model, great fit and finish. There's little slight accents of color throughout that really give the truck a unique look. Lots of floor space. You're not a cab over frame chassis. It's a unibody, so they're able to maximize that floor space. So your floor to roof cabin height is much larger than you would expect. That's one thing you notice when sitting in it. Plenty of knee space in the front seat and in the back. The doors are really cool. The little door handles come out. They got little orange accents around them. Stainless steel fit and finish. It's like a hard plastic material. I imagine this being very easy to clean. If I'm using it for its capability and adventurous and getting muddy or going to the beach, I believe that the doors will wipe down pretty simple. It's really made to where it's going to be a very easy to upkeep vehicle. So the all-wheel drive system is available in the 2.0, so you can get four-wheel drive for those of you that do want to get it off-road. The Lariat, if we step up to a Lariat, you're going to get all the premium features that's in the XLT, Copilot 360, but they put a very nice interior in it. You get a nice leatherette seats. It's all color coordinated with the dash, the doors. You've got available B&O sound system. You step up to an 8-inch screen. A lot of standard features that would be optional in the XLT are now standard. Apple CarPlay is standard. But the interior, for those people that do want a nicer truck, it really stepped things up. As far as the price point on that, I want to say the most loaded out we saw, all-wheel drive 2.0, was just over 30 grand. So you don't have a real large gap in price here. You know, from $19,900 for a base to just over 30 grand, you know, I think it was just under the mid 30s for an all-wheel drive Lariat decked out unit. I don't see how you get much more value for the money, especially in today's marketplace, than this truck right here. Another thing they've done is they've really gone in and studied the demographic they want to sell to. They want to sell to people that are, you know, conscious of expense and gas mileage and fuel economy, but they also do like going and doing their own projects or going to the hardware store. They don't want to be restricted by having a small, compact vehicle. So they've added some features in it that really is going to appeal to that demographic, one of which is the FLEXBED. The FLEXBED really speaks to its flexibility. There's all types of little grooves and access points. There's do-it-yourself slots where you can drop 2x4s in it. You can even put a sheet of plywood on top of the 2x4s to create basically a shelf in the bed. But all of these slots and grooves in the bed are really just going to give you flexibility to do whatever you want. They've got 3 or 4 different ideas that they could do with it. But the feedback they're getting from customers that got to experience it, Ford's getting feedback from the customers on, oh, look what else you can do with it. So really looking forward to how creative people can get. One thing they added to it, because it does have a shorter bed than your traditional full-size truck, is a multi-position tailgate. If you've ever put plywood or long boards in the back of a tailgate, in the back of a truck, they can lean and hang downwards, and then you're trying to rope them off and tie them off so when you accelerate, they don't slide out of the bed. I described that because it actually happened to me, I'm ashamed to say. But anyways, this one, the tailgate will actually tilt up, and all you do is take the hinges, the straps that hook to the hinges, and you can actually just move them up to another point, and it causes the tailgate to come on an angle. So when you do put that wood down, it keeps it like this, and when you accelerate, it doesn't have that downward force. So it keeps things in the bed. Very cool feature. It can take a lot of pressure. Those cables that it's on are very strong. 1,500 pound payload capacity, by the way, in the back of that bed is very significant for this size of vehicle. So with all Ford's done on this vehicle, I really think they've nailed it. If you see any of our product coming out, the feedback is just monumental. We're getting more orders than we've ever dealt with. And that is because Ford is nailing it. They're nailing the product design. They're nailing the efficiencies. They're nailing the price point. The quality is higher than it's ever been. Then they're also taking a different approach to accessories. And so in times past, the manufacturers have built vehicles, and then the aftermarket world threw all kind of accessories and figured out how to fit it to the vehicle. Ford actually, with the last couple of products, starting with the Bronco and Bronco Sport and Ranger, they designed it from a stance of what kind of accessories do people want to add to it. And so they went through the engineers and the product design committees, and they actually said, we want to design it where roof rails fit on it. We want rock lights to be easily added. We want these FLEXBEDs with adapters and bike racks and whatever people want to add to them. The vehicles are actually being built from an accessory point of view first, other than in hindsight, let's figure out how to make accessories fit to the vehicle. So it's never been easier to get accessories at the dealer level with the dealer trained certified people putting it in and the warranty covering all of these things. So if you do want to make your vehicle unique, there's hundreds of accessories on the Maverick.